level 4, 3 Gladstone Street, Newtown. When you Google that address from this law firm, they're acting on behalf of Tamworth Council. 3 Gladstone Street is basically a brick wall in Newtown. So I believe that the other office in Bondi Junction, I think it's Bondi, that's a legit office. So they're using a third party now, because the court's involved. They're using a third party now to try and extort the money off me. And now in this law firm, it states, we act for Tamworth Council, whose records indicate that the overdue amount set above, which is $2,740, now require action under the council's debt recovery policy. It says, we urge you to contact us to make an arrangement if you will not be able to pay the amount by the 31st of October. So that's a threat, by the 31st of October. If you believe the amount is already paid, you already have an arrangement in place. Our telephone numbers, they got the telephone number, I did ring them. Failure to make payment or come to an arrangement to pay by the 31st of October may result in our client instructing us to commence legal proceedings without further notice. Please be aware that all costs incurred a minimum of $507 for the commencement of proceedings may be a change on your land, maybe a charge on my land pursuant to the Local Government Act, and that any judgment awarded, which is a finding by the court that the money is owing, could affect my credit rating. And it says for my convenience, payment can be made in person. Okay, it's got the localities there. Okay, please note that that should no reference appear above, it's because there is no rates or water payable. And now it finishes off. You can see the name of the person, the author is Giselle Simmons. So when you go to ring the office as instructed to get hold of this accuser, you cannot get through. They pass the buck around. So this person who wrote the letter, it's got the name and the signature. This person is not to be contacted. Now this is really frustrating because I thought this was all over and done with, because last year it was roughly December last year, I did receive a letter from Tamworth Council, and they told me bluntly that they no longer wish to deal with me. And the reason why they sent me that letter is because of as I was saying earlier, numerous letters I've sent them over the years since 2021 about the bills of exchange, about sections of our constitution where it's unlawful for anyone to pay their rates, because in all referendums, in past referendums, never has the public ever voted for approval of the council to operate. So I thought this was all over. So this letter that I've just read to you of the law firm who are acting on behalf of Tamworth Council, it came as a shock to me. Okay, so basically we're going to go to the next email which I sent to this law firm in response to the letter they sent to me. So notice of conditional acceptance. Okay, this attention, Giselle Simons. I, Rocco, the benefactor, am responding to your email sent on the Friday, the 11th of the 10th, 24, where SR Law is demanding payment on behalf of Tamworth Council of $2,764 with no proof of jurisdiction on my property address, as the Kamilaroi people can only have financial authority of this property. Okay, then I go one further to say, number one, the Tamworth Council have been served in recent years lawful documents to prove that over the numerous referendums since the 1970s, that it has been the case that not even one referendum the Australian people have voted to agree and allow, and I've already mentioned that. And then number two, I went to say that where are the title deeds to my property, for them to make that kind of allegation that they that they're in a position to charge me. I just bluntly tell them, therefore you must have the title deeds to my property, which they don't have. Okay, then number three, I go on to say, where is an itemised audit trail to substantiate the claimed amount? And number four, currently I have just taken on the role of national strike. Yeah, guys, you guys have to Google national strike, because even though it's no longer going, it's no longer operating, there is a union where you can get a lot of free information the Freedom Union can give you a lot of freedom, a lot of, all types of documents to defend yourself from these, councillors who are trying to financially extort people. And then, I just basically go on to say that that finally, be rest assured that SR Law's $2,764 will be paid just as soon as this law firm has deposited $276,000 into my account. So what I've done is I've just added extra zeros on their $2,760. I've added a couple of extra zeros, and I give them my account number. And the reason why I demand this payment is for the performance of investigating of the case number 48215 and 6522639 details. And then I ended off very powerfully by stating, without malice or prejudice, Rocco the benefactor, and I go on to say that this matter is dissolved with extreme prejudice. So that's my response to the law firm of the council. And then the next thing that happens, guys, I'm just going. Look at this. I get from the court. It comes from the local court of New South Wales. So this law firm has taken out civil proceedings against me, and I'll just read you out, guys. I'll read you out what's in the statement of claim. The plaintiff is a local government council for the purposes of the Local Government Act 1993. Now, anytime you guys see the word act, that doesn't apply to the living man or the living woman. It applies to the artificial. That's your straw man. They're referring to the straw man. So it's up to you guys. It's up to everyone to prove that they're not, they're not deceased and that they are actually alive. So so they rely on the Local Government Act of 93 for the purposes of financially extorting people of rape money. Now their number two, they specify number two of their claim. At all times, the defendant was the owner of the property with the plaintiff's local government area, with the property references 20602 located, and then it's got my property address, the land. Number three, as owner of the land, the defendant is liable for payment of rates and charges pursuant to the LGA, the Local Government Act. This word act, you guys make sure you understand fully what it implies. Number four, the plaintiff made the rates and charges claimed by way of resolution in accordance with Section 535 of the Local Government Act. When you guys look up that Section 535, it's all bullshit. It's all about the person. It's all about the statutes and it's all about statutory rape by intent. That's what all these councils are all about. It's just absolutely. You guys have to do some study on this. Number six, the defendant has failed to make payment of rates and charges as they feel overdue. They feel due. Number seven, the defendant is also liable for statutory interest on outstanding rates and charges pursuant to the Section 566 of the Local Government Act. Number eight, the plaintiff sues the defendant for rates and charges and statutory interest as owing on or about the 9th of the 10th, 24, totaling $2,764, being for rates as well as water charges. And number nine, the plaintiff also claims costs. So then, gang, obviously I had to respond to that email. Sorry, not the email, the statement of claim, and I'll just read out to you what I actually claimed through the local court. Okay, it starts off with, attention Sydney Local Court, regarding reference number, case number 2024 004 13101. Please click on the link below of the page in which it explains thoroughly as to the reasons why paying any form of payment, whether to local, state or federal government, makes it a crime under the 1914 Crimes Act. Now, I've got a link down the bottom to Birchgrove Legal. You guys ought to look up that page, Birchgrove. That's BIRCH Grove, GROVE. Look at that page, because once you acknowledge that our government is before the International Criminal Court, Penny Wong and Albanese, that is, under the 1914 Crimes Act, it's unlawful for any living man or woman of that nation to pay any form of government money, whether it's local government, whether it's state government, or whether it's federal government. It makes it unlawful, because if I was stupid enough to pay anything to this law firm or the Tamworth Council, I would be aiding and abetting a criminal organisation. And now I go on to say the amount of they've actually jacked it up now. The law firm wants more money now. The amount of $3,530 that the Tamworth Council is claiming, after acknowledging in the page below, makes it unlawful for any property owner in its shire to pay, regardless whatever the amount, as the Albanese government is a recognised criminal organisation with abundant proof stated in the Birchgrove legal page. And then it goes on to say, given the facts below, because I've got the link below where they able to click on the link, and then the Birchgrove page will come up to prove that, you know, our government is a criminal organisation. And then given the facts below, Rocco, the benefactor, orders this matter dissolved with extreme prejudice. Okay, so that's how I end off this this matter. So now I'm waiting now. This is what is it? We're on the 27th of December. I'm waiting now to see what is going to be the response of the law firm and the court, the local court. I'd have to wait. More importantly, I have to wait for the local court to see what their response is to the Birchgrove legal page. But anyway, guys, look, if any of you need any help with matters such as council or traffic matters or police matters or any domestic matters, like business matters, don't hesitate to send me a private message. And if I can't help you with advice, with a good lawful advice, I have many associates who can, at my very close reach, where I could consult with to help you guys out. Season's greetings again, and I just really hope that you guys have learned a lot from this tutorial, and many emails that I've had to deal with the council, where the fight is not over yet, and I'll keep you guys posted. Right, Rocco sending tremendous love to everyone.